my attempt to get help. It began with, initially I went to treatment because my parents wanted me to. Mm-hmm. It was a treatment program that was paid out of pocket. And we didn't really have any options. It was one place in the country that treated men at the time, and that was 13 years ago. And then after that experience, when I was back into the disease, it was from that point on a very, very difficult process of getting the help I needed. Mm-hmm. I appealed twice to my insurance company. I was denied twice. And it was an 8-year journey to actually get help. So that was a big part of my recovery process, was actually getting into treatment. And nowadays, there are so many options out there. Insurance is really the determining factor of whether or not you can go to a certain place.
Yes.
But I think it's really important to know what to ask when you're actually seeking treatment, trying to assess at what level a person would need help, mm-hmm. and knowing the right questions to ask a treatment center when you're looking into them.
From your experience, what is, I guess, the number one thing that people out there should look for when looking at treatment centers? We'll go into the different levels of care, but what is the number one, regardless of the level of care, that you think is really important for people to seek when looking for treatment centers?
Well, again, I think bottom line for me, and I keep going back to mm-hmm. it over and over and over, is a meal plan. Mm-hmm. A meal plan with moderation and variety. There are some treatment centers out there. My experience was with Rosewood in Arizona. Yeah. It was an amazing structure in that it was all about moderation and variety and following a meal plan. There are other programs that are structured and give you that, the support you need. But, I've heard of treatment centers that almost like exposure therapy, where they go to an extreme with the meal plan, challenging you with various types of food, yes. where there isn't a variety. For example, I know one person, she had to eat 3 donuts in one day because it was a challenge. And yeah, we ate donuts at Rosewood, but it was like once a week we do a dessert challenge and mm-hmm. we'd have a donut. But to do it 3 times a day, it was almost traumatic in itself.
Overload exposure almost.
Yeah. So I don't know if exposure therapy is used for OCD. I don't think it works for eating disorders.
Yeah.
I think, so the key for me, and this is what I've discovered in a lot of programs, and we've talked about it before, is abstinence.
Yes.
That is the number one thing you want in a treatment program, no matter where you go.